Good afternoon and welcome to the weekly members live trading review, 26th of the 2nd. We're doing this on the Sunday. It's been an interesting week towards the end of the month. So we're not well. If we see a better trade setup towards the end of the month, we tend to when we say hit it a bit harder, it means basically that we're going in a bit more money because we've made money every week this month. Again, it's been hard, and I'll come on to that more in a bit because I've got a few things to say about that. But I appreciate this is only for the members, so I think the majority have got room access, or we've been given some silver members some access to the room so they can have a look. So we do what we say we can do. But anyway, it's always good, to get a bit of an overview. This is the overview of the week, so we can see, like Mark, Mr. Stockster, does. Have a look at the overall picture. I know you can see the mouse now, but we've been playing last 2 weeks. We've been bouncing off this 20 level. We've been shorting. I know we keep saying the more times these things test, the more things times like to break. But this 20 levels get a bit ridiculous at some point, so it had to break. And we all know what happened. At the end of last week. This really suckered some people in, I think, short. I must admit I was tempted to go short on Friday night at this point. I was going to swear then. I'm glad I didn't for obvious reasons. But I know there's a few people that did, and I can't really fault anybody really, but it's just one of them things. We had the Greek news out. There was rumours over the weekend it was going to go negative, and then it got signed as it had to do, I suppose, and then price goes up. And I know a few people got stopped. I think Mark maybe, or some people got stopped for 50 pips, which is it's a lot. It doesn't really matter even if it's a pound a pip. Never mind, more than that. So you have to be very, very extra careful. There is a way of trading this, and again, it's not a setup that we'd normally use, and it's more a forex thing. But I think even if I'd been up Sunday night, I actually did not turn the computer on Sunday night on purpose. Because I'd been all over this for short, sod the spread at 5 pips when it's moved up 50 pips. It's, and I think this is, what's this? I think it's an hourly chart. You look on even on a 5-minute chart, the price comes up, goes up, and then starts to sell off. You just get short at the top. But we didn't do anything, and I don't recommend people do, but people do trade, spikes like that. Because what's happened, price 80% of the time will come back down to where it started from, and that's over the week. That's what's happened. You just need to build a bigger position, longer position. So that's at our high. There was no reason for the market to jump up, whatever this is, 59.63 ish, off 67 I think it got to. Then what happens, as I've put on the daily blogs and videos, alright, Greek has signed a bit of paper, but it's not like they found a gold at them there hills. So what happens? Market has a bit more sentiment and comes back down, and then it sets the low down here. Market doesn't want to go on lower than this. I can't remember what this is now, so I covered it up, and it chops around. We'll go into this in a bit more detail in a minute anyway. But it doesn't want. But it showed you its hand. It doesn't want to go any lower. It doesn't want to go any higher. It doesn't want to go any higher. And where did it end up? 20. These levels work. I got an email and I've had loads of emails this week, which is fine, keep them coming. Even one from a member, I think it was Simon, who only joined I think this week or last week, saying, how do you work these levels out? These levels are like magic. And I went, no, they're not actually. I think I came on the mic one night and I explained to him it's not. Just look at previous price action. That's all you need to do. We don't make these levels up, even though some people think we do, and especially a few people on the on the YouTube side say, oh, it's easy to say after the fact. Well, no, it's not, because we don't do it after the fact. So we know. I mean, this is Sunday afternoon. We're gonna possibly look tonight, see what's happening. Depends what goes on. We've got some time. If not, we'll be trading tomorrow morning. And 20 is going to be a key level. We already know that 20 is key. We need, the market's going to set its direction, short-term direction on Monday anyway, based off this 20 level. Because lots of professionals will be looking at the 20. And if it breaks below 20 and holds, I mean, it's not really, the way you do the breakouts is you wait for the market to come down through a level like we've done on 20, come back up, test it, reject it, and then move. And this has just been chop. So at the moment, we did say in midweek that 20 become a bit irrelevant, because you see here it just slices through, tests, fails, slices through, tests, slices through. But there's probably a reason why it ended up at 20-ish. I mean, again, we're not here to, a few pips here or there, so just be aware of these things. It's the levels that are key. Even momentum trading, if you're a fan of Wilson's methods, and which we do sometimes, we do trade momentum, you're trading towards some, it's not just going to go off on its own, it's going to find some level at some point, so you need to be aware of these things. Anyway, so that's the overview. Monday was USA holiday, so we publicly said we weren't going to trade. I'm not saying you can't trade, but we didn't, it's nice not to some days. But this was the Sunday spike up, as soon as you see this 50 pips up, just go short, sod your stops. Sorry, not sod your stops, but sod the spread. It's 6 pips or whatever, 5-6 pips. Just reduce your risk, reduce your stake, keep your risk to reward ratio, put your stop up 40 pips and go into a quarter position and sod the spread and just wait till 8 o'clock and sell, which is what people did, which is why you got this gradual, who's going to be buying up here? Nobody. I wish I'd have been up at this time. I'd probably made enough money for the week, but anyway, that's just by the by, and I'm sorry for people that got stopped out on this, but that's just the market. So the market comes down, it's not going to go up after this, comes down. This is what's called bet your farm trade. When you see this, just go short. You've no idea where it's going to stop, because we all know 20 is key, which we've identified here at 20. But the market comes down on the open. No one wants to go lower than 30, because they're all probably thinking, well, what's happened here? So the market goes up. But then again, we say we didn't trade this at all, because it was low volumes. America's on holiday, so a lot of pro traders in London or around Europe are just take the advantage of the day off. And if you had the advantage, you take the day off. It's just like nature's law. Why go to work unless you have to? Especially when you know that everybody else isn't going to be in work. So what happens? But the price doesn't go up, doesn't go up, doesn't go up. A few pips. You just you can short this if you wanted to trade on Monday. After that, it's just rubbish, and you can just tell it's flat. So there was nothing to do there. On Tuesday, we got a nice pull back up to the 50 region overnight, and we told everybody. I mean, most people have been on the Twitter or in the room know that we posted 7 o'clock we want 0, we want 20, and we're hoping for reverse. We were hoping the market to come down, bounce off 20 and go straight back up. And we told, we had to go to a meeting or something. I can't remember what we're doing, but anyway, it doesn't matter. And we know sort of Chinese whispers to people that we know, or email, just tell everybody when it gets to 20, just go along, just buy it. And this was a bit of a fade really, but then we get the spike down to 20, and where does it stop? I mean, this is at 20.1, but again, you can't be to a pip or two. So we put an order in to buy at 21. It's got hit and got out, full percent. There's a reason why this 20 level had to be tested, and we've just shown you that on the previous slide, so we should all know that. And if you don't know that, then you need to sort of go over all our costs and stuff, and look what we do, because that was so much a trade. I mean, we probably should have added more to that, to be honest, and gone in a bigger stake. It was such an obvious setup, but anyway, that's what we did. We called it on Twitter, we called it in our room. People may give us grief for saying, oh, you did that afterwards on our videos, but so what? I don't really care anymore, to be honest. So anyway, price goes up, we get out, can't do anything up here, comes down, comes down, comes down, just go long. Anyway, what's it showing you? We use this analogy all the time. You have to be careful the more I wouldn't necessarily just go long on this one, but certainly on double bottom, treble bottom, just buy it. Just put your stop below this. We're at 59.10, just put a 10 pip stop and just sit and wait. It's showing you. Doomf, doomf. Markets do not like to move midday. They like to stay range bound, or like to come back into the range. It's just volume. America's not opened again because they were off yesterday, so it still has effect on Tuesday, and after that you can't. I mean, I think it was New York Open. I was surprised it held, to be honest. So anyone that did take this as a long, then well done. I don't think I'd have actually taken this, but and then you can't do anything after that. It just chops. Nothing to do around then, so all you can do is sit on your hands. Wednesday, again, price goes up overnight. 30 level again, same levels as before. We're interested in 30. comes up. We were hoping, as usual, we hope to get a push up, you know, basically wash and wipe or reversal at the open, and you just bang, you know, just if it went up straight, if this was 8 o'clock and it went up to here, you just sell it, you know, based on the reversal. It's making new highs, but we didn't get that. Comes up, makes a new high just before open. Then on the open, this spike here, it's a telltale sign. It doesn't want to break this. I can't honestly remember where we got in. We didn't get in on this one. We need to give it a few minutes. I think we got in on this somewhere up here. We're a little bit careful, so 50%. You know, I think we put our stop at 20. That's 35. So it'll be at 50, other side of 50. But again, you know, it's not difficult. Excuse me. Price comes down. Comes back up. To be honest, I can't remember when we got out. I could look at my account, but we got 12, I think, and it might be 11, it might be 13. To be honest, I honestly don't know. So I'm not hiding anything from you. I just can't bother to look. At the moment, price goes up, tests these lines. You know, again, crisp pullback. He's buying it short. Now, what's the market showing you? A, it doesn't want to go up here. B, lots of people have been selling. A lot of the pros, when this, you all know what should know by now, what happens when people sell. They have to get out, and when people get out, people have to buy, and these are all the people that don't know what they're doing, going long. We just sit and wait, holds the resistance, which is on the 5 minutes, which is we use on the 5 minutes for 12 moving average, hold short, make money, get out. Comes back right down to 0-0. You know, this was not a wash and wipe setup. Comes down. This was an ideal one-legged man against the 0-0. We didn't do anything, so we made our money for the day, and you know, we don't care. Comes up, chops around. This was the only other entry here, which again we put on the public video, which is price stall, and this was 07, which, you know, if you just draw a line at 07, we haven't got one on this chart, but we had one in our room. You'll see what we mean by 07. And again, I think it was Simon. There was a few other people. It's not just you, Simon. We're not picking on you, but so these levels, like the magic, how do you do them? Well, just look at price. You'll see why. It comes down. This level here will be 7. The other day and the day before it'll be 7, or last week it'll be 7. There'll be a reason why. I can't remember what it is now, but definitely a reason. That's Wednesday over and done with. Thursday, and we're a bit cheeky on a Thursday. I think Thursday was, I can't remember if it was the first time or not, we had Wilson in the room for people with room access. He trades the DAX for an hour. No, it was the second day. We had him in the previous day, and then we switched to the FTSE at 8 o'clock. We didn't get reversal. There was a couple of people in the room saying this is a reversal setup. Well, no, it's not really, because, you know, we like to see, you know, at least an hour's worth of price action. You know, but in one way, it was a reversal in the fact that you didn't want to go any lower. But again, you've still not broke these lows, so not a lot you can do. It banged up against the 30, and price seemed to stall here. This was the one we traded live in our room, and there was a few people made a few pips here, but it's a smash and grab, because look at the moving averages, they're all pointing up. It's a 30 level. It's not really a massive, you know, support or resistance or magic number. So we went in small, 25%, grabbed 4, sat back, waited, and then just hit it up here. We should have hit this 100%, and we shouldn't have gone. Sorry, when I say 100%, it's 100% of our normally month. We should have really banged this with a lot more money, but we didn't. And we just traded on this candle, because if you watch this candle, a lot of inquiries and questions about price action. This candle went poof, straight up, and as fast as it went up, it went down. As soon as you see this stall, I know we've talked about having this indicator that we, you know, if there's enough demand, we'll write it. I mean, I can, again, not being funny, but you just watch price. You don't need an indicator. But for those that, you know, a question when to get in on price action, this would have shown you, you know, a quick reversal. But it's only giving me an indicator of what this candle's doing, like all indicators are. So we might do it, or we might not. If we get people wanting it, then we'll do it. But anyway, sorted that out. Job done for the day. We didn't actually make all the money, and then I think we were busy. I had meetings, and one thing I will say, there was people trading in this, and you can't trade this. I mean, look, yeah, you want to be trading. I know we're in short term, but you want price action. You can't trade chop like this. The only trade you could justify was this one down here back at 20. That was the only entry you could be looking at for a long double top, but it's nothing. It's middle of the range. I mean, highs up here, lows down here. You know, where are you here? It's all extra risk. Price comes down, you know, 0-0. I mean, we came out of a meeting about here or here, and quite a few people in the room has gone long, which was fantastic. You know, they've gone wrong for the right reasons. You know, it's US Open, probably negative news, price comes down, people that know what they're doing, 0-0, key level, who wants to sell? Nobody. Because, you know, people who traded the news got this move down, but, you know, overall the market sentiment went, well, yeah, not lots changed, off back to, you know, price, if it's range bound like it is at the moment, it'll tend to go back to the middle. So you just, like Chris does, he trades at 10%, you look for the extremes, and then comes down, tests 30 again. Again, we wonder why 30, but it's just because everyone that knows what they're doing are looking at these levels. It's people that don't know what they're doing and go, oh, we'll go short here. They get caught out, and then price, you know, ends up at 50 again. There's no surprise why it ended up at 50. Friday, didn't do anything on Friday at all. As usual, we don't. I'm not saying you can't. In fact, well, we did actually do something, but I'll come on to that in a minute. We missed this because Wilson overran, which is fine. But we just wouldn't have traded this, but, well, I say we wouldn't. We might have actually done on Friday, actually. It was a nice setup. You know, we're up at the highs, 59.60. We all know this is like the high of the weeks and, you know, the yearly highs. So, again, it's always asking who wants to buy up here. Goes up, just, you know, it does break it a little bit, but only by a pip or two on the open spike, and then you just sell it. Again, you can, as soon as, if you want to be a bit extra cautious, wait for this candle to break this one, or wait for this candle to break this one, which is proper momentum, set up short. But again, once you know price action, you'll get to sense that the market doesn't want to go up anymore, and you just sell. After that, nothing to do. You know, typical Friday, chop chop. This was interesting. We called this one in the room. We were around. A few people went short. They were asking us on the way up, would you take 50? And I kept saying no, because this was like chop chop chop. It was going up, but it was like you know, being at the dentist. But then all of a sudden we noticed, and this is important, this candle here just went whoomph, straight up. It didn't drift into 50. Someone hit that. There's a reason why they hit it. And, you know, we don't know why, and we don't know who, and we don't care. But once you see price move in a fast direction and stall, then you just sell. You get the reverse. If this had gone dum 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 and just touched it, then you can't go short because you don't know if it's going to carry on. It's like aimless. But this candle just literally, I mean, you can look at it on a 1 minute chart, you'll see what I mean. It just shot straight into it and then stopped. Then you just got short because, you know, time of the day, you know, someone's driven this into here for whatever reason, and then the market will just drift away from it. There's been so much like it's pushing up a hill or elastic band. Push, 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 stop, push, what happens? Oomph. Down it goes. And then after that it's just chop. Although a couple of people mentioned that they were trading the Dow. I'm looking at the Dow at whatever level it is, 1300 or whatever, 1300, whatever. And I got a couple of emails on Saturday saying, oh, I think I might have actually got this because we watched price action stall on US and we traded the FTSE. And well done, because that's how it works. And look where we are again at the start of next week. We're at 20 again, so it'll be interesting on Monday, and as usual, to see what happens. And thanks for listening. If you've got any ideas, etc., just add to the suggestion forum on the website, and we'll see what we can do to incorporate them. And here's to a good rest of the week and next month. And as usual, trade safe. Thanks very much.